The recent Halo installments have almost completely killed off the Halo community, with the dull storytelling just straying too far from original gameplay mechanics and a very different and unliked art style. But with the recent announcement of Halo Infinite, could we go back to the former glory that we once knew? What's going on, guys? It is JSnake here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with another video. And in this video, we are going to be talking about Halo Infinite. Now, guys, I know I don't really post Halo videos on here, but I'm trying to open the doors up so we can get more variety on the channel, more things going. Call of Duty will always remain a focus, but don't worry, we're going to be doing some new stuff, and it's going to be really cool. But before we get into the video, guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with post notifications turned on so you can be notified every single time I do upload a new video. But with that being said, guys, let's get into this video. So I've been a Halo fan for a very long time. Actually, I played the Halo games, and I was a Halo fan before I did actually play the Call of Duty games, and I was a Call of Duty fan. So it's been quite a long time, and I absolutely love the original 3 Halo games, Halo 2 being my favorite, but I thought Halo 3 just had such a satisfying conclusion to the original trilogy. I was kind of upset when Halo 4 came back. Halo 3, in my opinion, concluded the Master Chief story in such a good way, but I was also happy to be able to play as the Master Chief again. But Halo 4 and especially Halo 5 really came off the wrong way to a lot of people. Obviously, not even story-wise, we saw huge gameplay and art style changes. Obviously, the art style was completely different, and it really didn't feel like a Halo game in my opinion. In terms of gameplay, I felt like I was playing a Call of Duty game. I mean, it was very weird. It was very alien for the Halo series. And 343 obviously had their fair share of backlash. I mean, they were getting destroyed from media outlets, from their fans, drama inside the studio. It was very bad for them. And a lot of people just have no hopes for them. But then, all of a sudden, at E3 2018, we got the announcement reveal trailer, essentially, of Halo Infinite. And yes, the trailer is just rendered footage, and it doesn't really give us much story information. It really brought a lot of hype back to the Halo community and the Halo games. At the start of the trailer, if you were watching it live at E3, you wouldn't really be able to tell actually what it is, because there's no really references and kind of things you can connect to the Halo series. Obviously there is the Pelican cockpit, but that is a little hard to tell, and it really could be anything. We just sort of see like an Aryan-esque kind of planet, that's what it looks to be at least, and we see these alien creatures running around, and we're thinking it's this cool new interesting game. Then all of a sudden, we see some soldiers walking, and now this is a little hard to tell, especially at this point because all we see are their shadows, but they definitely look like they could be some Halo Marines. Then we actually see them walking, we see their actual figures, and yeah, they look like Halo Marines, so you start coming to the conclusion that these are Halo Marines. I mean, that's exactly what they look like, but still, you have that doubt because nothing really has given you the Halo vibe other than these Marines. Then the camera starts to pan out, and we get a whole overview of the entire landscape, and it looks Halo-esque. It looks Halo-esque, I guess. But, you know, same thing, like, that could really be anything. I mean, Halo's based off real-world terrain, so who knows, maybe it's just based off a similar real-world terrain. Then the camera pans out more, and it zooms back, and we see the legend himself, the Master Chief, and he's holding his helmet to his side, and it is the original art style. It is the original Master Chief armor that we saw in the original trilogy, Halo 3, and that gave me the chills. When I saw that, I couldn't believe it, because I watched this live, and I was like, what is this? What is this game? And then I saw the Master Chief's helmet. We got that epic Halo 3 type music that played, and he puts his helmet on, and we do then see the Warthog driving on the Halo ring, which we later see confirmed as the camera pans out and shows the Halo Infinite logo. And boy, oh boy, that just brought so much hype back to me and back to many other people for the Halo games. Not only are we back on a Halo ring, but we also have the original art style that we all miss and love. 343 has also confirmed that Halo Infinite is going to be a Master Chief centric story that is much more simple than games like Halo 4 and Halo 5. And while everything's looking pretty good, it looks like they're taking their time on the game. It looks like they are really trying to win the fans back and do really good with this game. There is one major concern I have. Obviously, putting the actual Halo Infinite narrative aside, I am very concerned about just the overall Halo lore universe in general at the moment. Here's why I'm very concerned. Halo Infinite, said by 343, is supposed to be a simple story, but I'm just wondering, how can Halo Infinite just be a simple story? As much as I'd want it to be a simple story, much more like Halo 1, 2, and 3, currently we have so many plot threads at this moment in time, and I'm going to tell you some of them. We have Blue Team, Osiris, Halsey, and Palmers are all with the Swords of Sanghelios on Sanghelios. The Infinity, including Lasky, Roland, and hundreds of Spartan 4s, are making random jumps around the galaxy to stay alive. Cortana has deployed Guardians to suppress most major colonies in the galaxy. Captain Cutter, if you guys played Halo Wars 2, is currently fighting the Banished on the Ark with his forces. There is a flood outbreak on the Ark that is pretty much mostly contained, but it could very easily get out of control. Installation 09 and 04C has been brought online with Ellen Anders on board, and Cortana, at least one of her Guardians, has now showed up at the installation. There's a very weakened Covenant that still poses quite a threat. Halfjaw, or Ratatus Vadam, or however you pronounce his name, is still fighting against the Brutes. Mendicant Baez, the infamous Forerunner AI that was supposedly infected by the Flood, is now making his resurgence. The Didact from Halo 4 potentially coming back. And I know this is unlikely, but there is a lot of talk going around that Noble 6 from Halo Reach is coming back, but that's basically pretty much unlikely. And there's obviously so much more. How is Halo Infinite supposed to be a simple story? There is so much stuff, no, there is a shitload of stuff that needs to be covered. Now, they could obviously just drop a lot of that stuff off, and yes, that could be good for just Halo Infinite, the game itself, but for the Halo universe, that would really hurt the overall Halo universe as a whole. Now, they could obviously finish this all in the books, but I just don't like reading books, and I'm sure a lot of other people don't like reading books. And it would just be kind of like a weak move, because this stuff was all prevalent in Halo 4 and Halo 5, so this was in the Halo games, but then they're just gonna kind of drop it off. I mean, yes, that could be good for Halo Infinite, but that just seems like a weak move on 343's part. But then there's the other part of me that is actually pretty much a big fan of them just dropping it off. Now, obviously, we saw Halo 4 and 5, and they tried to be much larger than the original Halo games. Halo 5 had like 16 main characters, and that just provided a very dull, boring, and we didn't really care for any of the characters. There were just too many of them. And Halo Infinite essentially is going to be pretty much everything merged. I mean, we have stuff all the way back from the Forerunner era, obviously with Mendicant Baez. We have the Halo Wars 2 story getting combined into it. And we know this because Anders does encounter a Guardian on the installation that she is teleported away from the Ark on. There's the Flood outbreak on the Ark. We have Atriox, Captain Cutter. I mean, it is a lot of stuff. Like, just imagine if Red Team meets Blue Team. I mean, we're going to have two teams of Spartan 2s. And obviously, I do like Blue Team and I do like Red Team. It just seems like there's too much. Osiris, on the other hand, they can just die for all I care. I don't care about Osiris. But regardless, Blue and Red Team, like, there's just a lot of Spartan 2s, man. But anyways, regardless, that's my problem. I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want them to cover everything, because obviously if they do, that's going to maybe be similar to Halo 5 and kind of dull storyline. We're not going to be able to focus really on one thing. There is so much going on. But then again, there's the other side of me that wants them to cover everything, because it's, first of all, very interesting, I'll say the least. Can you just imagine all of this going on? And this is some of it. I haven't even listed everything. I haven't even talked really about Red Team. I haven't really talked about the other potential flood outbreak. There is a lot of stuff that we still haven't talked about. But still, there's just such a predicament, and I'm not sure what would be better for the game. Halo Infinite most likely would do much better if it was a Master Chief centric story, but the Halo universe would do not so well if it was a Master Chief centric story. And then it's vice versa. Obviously, if they focus on all of this, that's much better for the Halo universe as a whole, but Halo Infinite would definitely suffer. And Halo Infinite's supposed to be the conclusion to the Reclaimer trilogy, the Reclaimer saga. So this game really has to go out with a bang, regardless of how good or how bad Halo 4 and 5 were. We don't know much about the game yet, so I can't necessarily make much speculation about the game itself in its current state, but I'm just kind of worried about it. I don't know what to expect. I'm hoping that I love this Halo game. I'm hoping it's going to be my favorite one. It definitely could be. We have so much story to build around, but they just need to do it right. That is the big thing. Regardless of all this though, that is the end of the video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy the video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you do hit that like button and you do share the video with your friends. Guys, this is the first video I'm recording in my new studio. It's really sick. I'm really happy with everything. It's obviously not finished yet. I'm still waiting on my desk extension so I could actually put my third monitor up, because currently I have my corner desk, which is the first part that I ordered. It's pretty much full at the moment. I mean, I could fit a third monitor, but it's gonna look bad. So I have it just sitting pretty much behind me in a box. And I'm just waiting for Amazon to finally send the last desk extension, and then that's pretty much it for the setup. And I'll most likely be able to do a setup video for a milestone. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop talking. Just make sure you like this video and you share it, and peace.